Auburn at Mississippi. This is my best bet free video of the week. But first, Marco, what should bettors be looking at? You can maybe suggest, and I'll tell them.
You got it. Well, to me, this is a perfect flat spot for Auburn. Coming off the last 2 weeks, and especially last week's game against another undefeated team, LSU, they're ripe for a letdown. They leapfrogged in the BCS polls to #1, and we know what that's been like the last 3 weeks.
Agreed. All right, so I agree with you, letdown spot for Auburn. I also think, as you talk about, to use your terminology, that Auburn's at an all-time high in perception. All right, so you, just like stocks, you want to sell when they're high and buy when they're low. Actually, this is what I'm going to call my trend play of the month, because it's really driven by the motivational stuff, the perception stuff, but there's a lot of trends here and a little bit beyond the normal stuff. All right, so I'm going to start down the list. Auburn's 2-9 ATS on the road. So this is the 11 games on the road, what, 2 full seasons about of road games. They just don't win on the road. As a fact, they underperform. And just because they're good this year is not going to change that. And some of these games clearly were this year. Number 2, Mississippi has covered 7 of 8 against Auburn. So this is a situation where they play often. One team, often going to be the dog against Auburn, is just playing closer games, occasional upsets. 7 of 8. So I got an Auburn team that's bad on the road. Let's just line this up. If we have a pro and con. Auburn's at an all-time high. We want to fade that. They're in a likely flat spot off the big win. They don't play well on the road. They don't play well against Mississippi. All right. Now, Mississippi has won 9 of 11 as a dog. So now we're saying Mississippi plays well when they're not expected to win a game. All right. So I like that. Now, here's one I had to dig a little deeper for. The coach of Mississippi, Nutt, N-U-T-T, has covered 8 straight against top 10 teams. So not only does Mississippi as a team do well as a dog, that Coach Nutt does exceptionally well against those super marquee teams, the top 10. All right. Now, are you being, it's almost like you're
I'm in awe.
It's pretty good, isn't it? And lastly, Auburn has played, this is going to be their 9th straight week, no buys. So it kind of, and maybe we should have brought that up earlier, is off a big win. And now they're tired. This is a team that hasn't had a bye the entire season. And if they're ever going to take a breath, it might be now when you're getting and again, you're laying the touchdown on the road. You don't need to win by a touchdown. I see great value. In fact, if I haven't already had my game of the year, which one? This would be a candidate. I love it.
But your game of the year was in the NFL. You could have a college. You could have a college,
That's true. That's at 31 years in the business. All joking aside, it seems to set up as almost a perfect play. Is there anything contrary you see?
There's nothing contrary, but I'm going to give you a couple more points that'll support you, because that's what I'm here
that's
for.
What
I'm here to make him look good, but and it's a job sometimes. The Auburn. That's a good point about playing 9 straight weeks, but to add to that, their most physical game that they played on the entire schedule so far was last week's game. So a team that's played 8 straight weeks and playing their 9th, they're going to feel it the most.
Almost like that Steelers and Ravens effect in the NFL.
Absolutely. LSU is a physical defensive team.
Point.
Also, Auburn, they are 8-0, but 5 of their 8 games this year has gone to the 4th quarter, final possession, deciding the game, either holding off the team from scoring or them scoring on the final possession.
So you're saying it might be a little bit of a fraud as a #1 team.
It's their defense is their Achilles heel.
This could easily have 2 losses and be the 15th best team.
Absolutely.
And you do, back to the whole perception thing, you got their quarterback that's getting talked that he's better than Bo Jackson now. And again, people love offense, and the public likes to back offense.
Yeah. Early in the year, Denard Robinson was the front runner to the Heisman. Cam Newton definitely, to me, is the front runner right now.
Anything else?
I'd expect a high-scoring game in this one, too.
All right, so I'm going to make my official best bet for the week on Mississippi getting the touchdown. And now it's your turn to continue the conversation in the comment section with Marco and me. And next up, we're going to be looking at our last college game. We're looking at Oregon at USC.